Pickles, attack that boom cannon. That's some good attacking, Miss Pickles. Miss Pickles Gaming. Yeah, it's a big deal.
Hi, welcome back. This is Carrie with Miss Pickles Gaming. Well, you survived Chapter 1, Part 1. Now we're going to move on to Chapter 1, Part 2.
Andy's smart. Strong, at least.
Boring!
Abigail?
Arthur, how you doing?
Just fine, Abigail. And you?
I need you to... I'm sorry to ask, but...
It's little John. He's got himself caught into a scrape again.
He ain't been seen in two days.
Your John will be fine. I mean, he may be as dumb as rocks and as dull as rusted iron, but that ain't changing because he got caught in some snowstorm.
Please go take a look. Javier?
Yes.
Javier, will you ride out with Arthur to take a look for John? You're the two best fit men we've got.
Now?
We're pretty worried about him.
I know. If the situation were reversed, and he'd look for me.
Thank you.
This way.
Okay, now we're going to go find John with Javier. Make sure you stay behind Javier and just follow him. If you get in front of him, you will slow way down or not go at all. Okay, I don't know about you. I've been in snow like this before. It is freezing cold, and you sure don't want to be out in it.
Hey, I see some smoke. Come on, let's take a look.
Let's hope it ain't more of O'Driscoll's boys.
Well, seems somebody left. Recently. And that way.
Sure, well, come on then.
There's some tracks leading to the river. Let's cross. See, they continue up that way.
Just keep Javier talking through this. You'll gain a lot of information.
Could be anywhere. Let's just see where they lead.
So, you were there, Javier. What really happened on that boat?
We had the money, it seemed fine. And suddenly they were everywhere.
Bounty hunters?
No, Pinkertons. It was crazy. Raining bullets. Watch out for this crevice. Dutch killed a girl in a bad way. But it was a bad situation.
That ain't like him, bro.
Tracks go left, down here. Davey got shot. Mac and John, both shot too. Sean, we don't even know. I'm surprised we escaped at all. By the time you boys showed up from the other side of town, we were only just holding on.
Bad business, all right. Whoa! Damn snow's coming in hard again.
We'll lose these tracks if we don't move fast. Watch yourself. It's not very wide here.
Come on, boy. Horses are struggling.
lot of fresh snow here.
I don't know about this, Javier. We can't follow nothing.
Let's push on a little bit. Maybe we'll pick up the trail again.
Almost there, boy. Come on now.
Hey, look! Over there! You see that?
There's a fun fact here. If you get off your horse and look at this horse on the ground, especially around the saddle, you'll see the initials on the saddle, JM for John Marston.
Come on! Up there!
Just keep following Javier. He'll show you the trail.
I don't think we can go much further on the horses. We'll have to walk from here. I'd grab that shotgun from your horse.
Right here, they put a new weapon in your weapons wheel. It's a shotgun pistol. You can take that out, bring it with you.
Grab your shotgun. Come on. Come on.
We'll show you later on how to get your favorites so you can just pull them out really quickly. You don't have to rotate through all the weapons that you gather along the way.
You sure about this?
Just keep listening for John's voice.
This way.
Okay.
Sounding a little panicky, isn't he?
And the that we're high up here.
You're telling me.
Careful. There's a drop here. Watch out here. Stay low under here.
Or right here, he's eating some food so that he can keep up his energy. To crouch, you're just going to push on your left toggle and you'll crouch down. And then if you push again, you'll stand back up.
Watch your step. This is real slippery.
Stay close to the wall. Up here.
To get up the wall like he's doing, you're going to push X. And kind of look up with your left toggle.
Up here. That sounds closer now. Come on.
Do it again. Push X again.
We're coming.
And you'll go right on up there.
Damn, it's cold.
Okay, here Javier is going to give Arthur something to drink. Alcohol, I presume, here.
I know.
It'll help with his energy level as well.
Here. Take a drink of this.
Thanks.
I'm not designed for this snow. Let's keep moving then. Come on. John, where are you?
You're just around the corner from where John is. Not too much longer.
That's John. We're coming. He's down here.
Fellas there. All right.
You're going to love the joke that Arthur tells John here.
That's quite a scratch you got there.
Never thought I'd say this, but good to see you, Arthur Morgan.
You don't look so good.
I don't feel too good neither. I'm freezing. Don't die just yet, cowboy.
I've never been bitten by a wolf, but I've surely been bitten by a dog. And man, does that hurt.
Well, we can't go back the way we came. Let's try this way.
Ain't you a sorry sight?
Can't argue with you there.
See? I told Dutch you weren't the right man for this.
I'm sure you did.
You alright?
I think so.
Come on. Hopefully this will lead us out.
Okay, so they're gonna put John on Javier's horse to ride him out of here. Arthur's gonna stick back a little bit and defend them with that shotgun that he got. In chapter 1, this tells you to get a gold medal what the goals are to get a gold medal. We'll explain that to you later. You do have to play the mission in order for it to show up in your progress story. So if you want to go back and play it again and try to get a gold medal, you can do that.
Throw them off.
Okay, here we go, John. We'll leave the...
He's pulling out that shotgun. See the wolves coming down the hill? You want to aim at them and shoot. One shot for each wolf. You don't want it to get close to you or to John or Javier.
Good work, Arthur. Okay, let's get going before any more of these bastards show up.
Later on in the game, you're going to learn how to skin an animal. This is a way for you to make money going forward.
What are you doing, Arthur?
Arthur's just getting some energy back. Being out in the snow takes a lot of energy.
Come on, then. Let's get back to the others.
I'd be riding as fast as I can out of there.
You'll be fine. It's just like a dog bite.
Knew a fella, got bit by a dog, died an hour later.
You ain't gonna die. Not yet. More coming down the hill. Wait up.
Get the hell out of here! Get out!
Never get a good shot at them.
Coming in on the left. Go.
You want to try to one shot them. Don't let him get John.
You see any more, Arthur?
Don't think so.
Jesus!
You still with us, Marston?
Just about.
You're gonna be okay. We have some shelter now.
Thanks for coming for me.
Of course. That bullet in Blackwater, now this. You had a hell of a time.
And Arthur always says, I'm lucky.
None of us are lucky right now. Should ride in the water for a bit. Try to lose a scent. Don't want to leave a trail right back to camp.
You know, we're gonna need to come up with a better story for
Arthur's
this
pretty funny here.
So, Damn near getting eaten to death ain't good enough for you.
Here, let's cross to the left.
Yeah, come on. Let's push hard and get back.
See those buildings up ahead, John? That's where we camped. Nearly there. Come on! Someone help John down off this horse.
Can we get some help here?
Okay, we're back at camp. We're going to drop John off. And Abigail's not going to be too happy
We
with
get some
him.
help. We need some help.
She's glad he's back,
Help him
but
down.
You're alive! You're alive!
Here we go. There we go. Ay, careful, idiotas! It's his leg.
Come on, let's get you warm. Thank you both. This is a new low, even by your standards.
Thank you, Arthur. Thank
You
you.
got any other lost maidens need saving?
Not today.
If you and Dutch talk about how we're gonna get out of this.
I was just discussing with Herr Strauss when the weather breaks. I suppose we'll have to keep heading east.
East, into all that civilization.
I know. The west is where our problems are worse. Come on, Herr Strauss. Let's get warm.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
We have been running for weeks. We found shelter and been resting here in some old abandoned mining town while we wait the thaw. Hardly the spring I had been hoping for.
so this is the cabin where Arthur's been sleeping with Dutch and Hosea. If you look down in the circle in your left-hand corner, you're going to see some yellow marks with initials in them. These are people who want to meet you and talk to you. Usually means another mission. P, I believe Pearson, and B is for Bill. So don't interact with anybody else right now, but you can walk around and loot this place. You'll get a few items that you're going to need, because right now you don't have much.
Thank you, son. You have been shot
You'll
at
get
before,
sometimes
Jose.
jewelry, money, tonics, all kinds of loot like that you're going to need.
But then the storm covered our tracks, so now we wait a bit, and we go back to Blackwater, and we get our money, and we get some more money, and we keep heading west.
We're heading east.
For now. For now. We got this.
Make sure you walk up to each drawer or cabinet and open it,
Stay strong, Jose.
and you'll be able to get more things out of it that way. Now, I thought that our priority here was to go see Pearson first because everybody's starving. They haven't had food. So I went to Pearson first.
We're gonna starve to death up here, Mr. Morgan. We're okay.
We have a few cans of food and a rabbit. For what, 10, 12 people? When I was in the Navy,
I do not wish to hear about what you got up to in the Navy, Mr. Pearson.
we were stranded at sea for 50 days.
And you unfortunately survived.
When we ran away from Blackwater, I wasn't able to get supplies in.
Well, when government agents are hunting you down, sometimes shopping trips need to be cut short. We'll survive. We always have. And if needs be, we can eat you. You're the fattest.
I sent Lenny and Bill
See,
hunting, and they
Arthur,
found
always with a joke.
Well, Lenny's
Always.
more into book learning than hunting. Bill's a fool.
So you're going to learn
Unless
some
those
new
mountains
lessons
are full of game
from
that want to read, ain't no wonder they found
Charles
nothing.
here. He's going to give you a bow and arrow.
Come on, Arthur. Wait a second. Hold on. Here. You're gonna need something to eat out there.
Assorted, salted offal. Starving will be.
Awful's a lot like a sardine.
You can't
No,
go
thank
on.
you.
can
I don't
stay.
like them.
Can't stay here listening to you two. Look, if there's game in those hills, I'll find it. And you can kill it.
You need to rest, Charles.
You think this is rest? Come along.
You're going to really come to like Charles. He's a very kind, giving, always there to help.
You take this. I can't use it, and you'll have to.
Oh, you're joking.
Use a gun, and we'll scare off every animal for miles around. You're never too old to learn, I imagine.
Never too old to learn.
Come on, this way.
How are you holding up, Charles?
Oh, watch it. I'm okay.
Okay, again here, you're going to follow Charles a little bit from behind.
It'll be fine in a day or two.
If you get in front of him, you'll slow way down.
I sure hope I can. Never really got the hang of it.
Because Charles is looking for deer, and he'll kind of give you some things to look around at to know whether or not there's going to be prey around.
There's meat up here for sure. Pearson doesn't know what he's talking about. Now the weather's eased off a bit, they'll be needing to feed. We'll head up this way, find some higher ground.
Whew. Been a wild few days, all right. That ride north from Blackwater, getting stuck in the storm, bringing John back in.
You've had a lot put on you. I wish I could have done more.
I didn't mean it like that, just a lot to think back on.
I still don't really know what happened on that boat.
Me neither. Well, Javier told me a bit, but it sure weren't good.
There's some patches of grass here. This is good. Let's look down this way.
Okay, you're getting very close to the deer. You're going to learn a few things here.
Wind's died down too.
One is something called Deadeye.
No wind at all this bad.
Brand new to you right now in the game.
No,
And what that does is when you push down on both toggles and you look around, it'll give you a trail of where animals have been. Now, if you've killed one of these animals before, it'll actually tell you what animal it is on the trail. If you have not, it'll say unknown.
There's deer been here. Recently.
How can you tell?
How can you not? Let's walk it from here. You're gonna need the bow. Don't leave it on your horse.
So go back to your horse, go to your wheel, and pick out your arrow. I'm sorry, your bow and your arrow.
The bow, Arthur.
All right.
Quiet as you can. Stay low and move slowly. Arthur. You see the tracks?
I think so. Maybe not.
Focus.
So watch when he pulls Deadeye out. See how there's a little line of a trail? You're just going to follow along that line.
It's easier in the snow, but once you get your eye in, you'll be able to track nearly as well in grass and woods.
First time I ever did this in the game, I could not aim. Man, it took me a while to figure out this bow.
You see him?
But you're going to use it a lot in the
Are you ready
game,
with that
so
bow?
get used to it.
Try to hit him in the neck or head.
Get that red dot right on the neck or the head of the
Pull back
deer.
quite hard. You'll feel when it's too much.
Use your left trigger to pull the bow, and to shoot, you're going to pull on your right trigger.
That's okay. Try again.
You're going to want 2 deer here, one for your horse and one for Charles' horse. Again, see how that line goes across? You're just going to follow it. But man, I wouldn't want to get in that water. Brrr! Cold, cold, cold.
Unlucky. Take your time.
You don't ever want like a bush or tree in the way of you shooting because it will deflect off of the tree. Now he's got to follow the line there to get his second deer. Slow and quiet is the name of the game here.
Now let's try for another. Where are you going? Follow the tracks. Watch yourself, Arthur, or we'll scare them all off.
I'm sorry, I thought that was his second deer. That was his first deer. Now he's got to go find another one. There he is. So he's creeping up on the second deer. He's getting close. Pull his bow back out.
Well done.
There you go.
I think that's all we can carry. Okay.
Okay, if you've never called your horse before, on your D-pad, you're gonna push on the
Once I get it on my shoulder.
push up on it on the top, and it will whistle for your horse. And then your horse will come close, a lot closer to you. You're not having to carry this deer very far.
Not bad, boy. Come on, boy. Yeah.
Okay, again, you're gonna follow Charles back to camp.
Ready to head back when you are.
Come on then. Let's head back. Nice work, Arthur. Should be enough meat here to keep us all fed for a few days.
You found him.
I knew you'd be okay with that bow.
It's easier when they ain't shooting back.
We've seen enough of that. Careful.
Considering how things were looking a couple of days back, well, maybe our luck is finally on the turn.
Seems to me we should be putting our effort into getting off this mountain now.
Soon. People are still weak, and well, you've seen how snowed in those wagons are. They ain't going nowhere until we get some more thaw.
You're probably right. And even if we do get off here, what then? We still have a big price on our heads.
This is a big country. We'll find somewhere to lie low. Dutch and Jose will have a plan. You notice how Pearson's had a bottle in his hand ever since we fled Blackwater? We give the camp cook 5 minutes to grab the essentials and go, and he doesn't even bring a crumb of food.
Good that we caught more than one. A lot of mouths to feed.
That girl from the ranch now, too, but not sure she'll be eating much.
She has a wild look in her eye.
You would, too.
These two really like to gossip, don't they?
Her home, everything she
But this is how you learn the story, is just listening to talk to each other. They'll tell story after story.
back on our feet, we'll see. She might have family somewhere.
So it was O'Driscoll's you ran into there?
Yeah. Last thing we was expecting.
What is it with the O'Driscolls?
You ain't dealt with them? I suppose. Hell, we ain't run into them much the last 6 months. I guess because they've been over this way.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of talk about them. Hey.
Well, we've been scrapping over scores with them for years. Big gang. Nasty sons of bitches. Their leader, Combe, and Dutch go way back. And not in a good way. A proper blood feud.
So I heard.
Coming up here, they're going to find a bear, and Charles is going to show Arthur the path to go to kind of go around the bear. They have too much meat right now. They can't carry any more. And you don't want to anger a bear.
Let's see if we can find another way around. Must be real hungry. Stay
So
back.
go back
Spring storm
and get behind Charles.
animals that sleep all winter.
See how the game kind of stopped and Arthur was stuck because he wasn't following Charles in the game like he was supposed to be.
Cut up here.
The horse doesn't like having that bear close to him. I wouldn't either.
It's all right, boy. We ain't ever talked that much, you and me. How long you been with us now? 5, 6 months?
Something like that?
Bet you didn't expect this.
What?
So later in the game, you're going to get another horse, and just like this horse, you're going to be doing bonding with it. It has levels 1 through 4 of bonding.
You're alive.
To get higher with the bonding,
By now.
feeding the horse,
No.
running and walking the horse. Later on, you'll be able to brush the horse. All of these things bond with them. You want to get to level 4 so that
Someone's gonna kill you in
the
your...
horses can be pretty far away and you whistle and the horses will come to you.
I reckon you're okay. This suits me. Sure, I could fall in with another... Easy. I could fall in with another gang, but Dutch... You know, Dutch is different.
Oh, yes. Dutch is certainly different.
He treats me fair. Most of you do. And for a fellow with a black father and an Indian mother, that ain't normally the case.
Well, we need you now. More than ever.
Good. And how long have you been with these boys? Why ain't you run off?
Me? 20 years, something like that. Since I was a boy.
20 years?
Yeah. Taught me to read. John, too. Taught me a few other things, him and Hosea.
I'm sure.
Dutch saved me. Saved most of us. That's why we need to stick by him through this. He always sees us right. Yeah.
How's that new horse?
He's all right. He'll do for now. I appreciate you letting me take Taima the other night.
She's a strong one. It's been as hard on the horses as on the rest of us. I don't know what Dutch would do if something happened to the Count.
Same with Bill and Brown Jack. He's a drunk, miserable bastard, but he loves that horse. Tried to ride a Count once. Hucked me faster than a bull. Won't take nobody but him.
Okay, so you're back to the cabins at camp, and you're going to take these deer over to Pearson so he can make it into some delicious stew.
Come on, let's get these over to Pearson. Thank you for showing me how to use the bow properly.
I only showed you a little. Takes a lifetime of practice to master.
Pierce is going to give Arthur a lesson on how to skin these animals.
What a surprise. Find a camp rat loitering around in the kitchen.
Is that any way to greet an old friend? I feel like we haven't spoken for days.
I do my utmost to avoid.
He loves me, really. It's his sad way of showing affection.
No, it isn't. Now shoot, get lost.
Well, see you gents later.
See, you got on just fine.
Charles is a wonder.
Have a drink, boys. You earned it.
Jesus, what is that?
Navy rum, sir.
Some strong rum, I
The only
think.
thing. Keeps you sane, it does.
Yes, seems to have done a treat on
It
you.
would warm all the way down to your toes.
Fine in a few days.
You helping me with the skinning, Mr. Morgan? It's easier if we do it together.
Do I get to skin you?
You're always one with the jokes, aren't you? Come on.
This really isn't a job for a man with a burnt hand. I'll see you both later.
You skinned that one that you dumped on the floor there.
We're going to push Y. And it's going to take the skin right off this deer. Now through the game, you will collect the pelts of animals.
They always said
What you want to do is
you
get
can trade these
a
or sell
perfect
these
pelt.
pretty much any town.
Now how you know whether it's perfect or not is when you aim. If you get 1 dot, it's poor. 2 dots, it's good. And 3 dots is perfect.
Me.
Sure.
That's what you're trying to get.
Morgan. Heck, Arthur Morgan's first decent
You can
bit
bring
of
some of the pelts to Pearson and he'll make you a really cool satchel
Everyone's got to do
that'll help you hold more items going in the game.
It's been a tough few days.
So we're toward the end of this video and I thank you for watching.
Hey, where are you going? You watched the video and obviously enjoyed it, so you need to go back and click the subscribe button. I mean, come on now. You were raised better than this. It doesn't cost anything. Why wouldn't you?
And that's how she wrote.